made this is a video playlist. This is 1 Esdras chapter 3. Now, the first sentence had a word in it. I looked it up earlier. It's satraps, S-A traps. And that, according to the gospel, according to Google, satraps were governors of ancient Persia provinces responsible for administration, security, and tax collection. They held a significant degree of autonomy, but were ultimately accountable to the emperor, helping the vast empire to be managed effectively. The term can also refer to satraps, standing for Science and Technology Research Partnership and Sustainable Development. The Japanese governments use that word. Satraps in the ancient Persian Empire, they acted as viceroys. It's another word I'm not familiar with. They overseeing specific regions called satrapies. Their duties included maintaining law and order, enforcing laws on behalf of the king, and collecting taxes. They were accountable to the emperor, reported directly to the king. This role of a satrap was established by the Persian emperor Cyrus the Great. So, I'm going to read the sentence here. It says, King Darius gave a great banquet for all that were under him, and all that were born in his house, and all the nobles of Media, Persia, and all the satraps and generals, governors that were under him, and the 127 satrapies from India to Ethiopia. They ate like districts. Right. They ate and drank, and when they were all satisfied, they departed. And Darius the king went to his bedroom, went to sleep, and then awoke. Then 3 young men of the bodyguard who kept guard over the person of the king said to one another, let us each state what one thing is strongest, and to him whose statement seems the wisest, Darius the king will give rich gifts, great honors, and victory. He shall be clothed in purple, and drink from gold cups, and sleep on a gold bed, and have a chariot with golden bridles, and a turban of fine linen, a necklace around his neck. And because of his wisdom he shall sit next to Darius, and shall be called kinsman of Darius. Then they each wrote in their own statement, and they sealed it and put them under the pillow of Darius the king. And they said, when the king wakes up, we're going to give him these writings, and the one to whose statement the king and the 3 nobles of Persia judge to be the wisest victory shall be given according to what is written. The first one wrote, wine is the strongest. The second wrote, the king is the strongest. And the third one wrote, women are the strongest. But truth is still the victor over everything. When the king awoke, he took the writings and gave it to him, and he read it. Then he sent and summoned all the nobles of Persia, Media, and satraps, and general governors, prefects, and he took his seat in the council chambers, and the writing was read in their presence. And he said, call the young men, so they shall explain their statements. So they were summoned and came in, and they said to him, explain to us what you've written. Then the first, who had spoken of the strength of the wine, began and said, gentlemen, how is wine the strongest? It leads astray the minds of all who drink it. It makes equal the mind of the king and the orphan and the slave and the free and of the poor and of the rich. It turns every thought to feasting and mirth, and forgets all sorrow and debt. It makes all hearts feel rich, forgets the kings and satraps, and makes everyone talk in millions. When men drink, they forget to be friendly with their friends and brothers, and before long they draw their swords. And when they do recover from the wine, they do not remember what they had done. Gentlemen, is not wine the strongest, since it forces men to do these things? And then when he stopped speaking,